My presentation is about metacognition in content area literacy by Carla Michaelberger. The content I chose, or the content area I chose was math, but I tried to make it a little more broad for the reason it's important for all content areas. My introduction. I want to talk about what the goal is of all content area learning, to learn the new information, understand the concepts and the vocabulary, using strategies. For math, we want the students to be able to think like a mathematician, to use vocabulary and concepts like a mathematician would. And teachers can help students understand how to accomplish these goals and tasks and learn how they can best understand information, concepts, and strategies by teaching metacognition. This will help them learn how to self-regulate, understand their own thought process, and think about what they're thinking and what they're doing. Am I understanding this? Am I not understanding this? The first article I found is titled Using Metacognitive Strategies and Learning Styles to Create Self-Directed Learners. The article talks about metacognition in all areas. Most of the article talks about how students were surveyed on their learning styles, and then they were introduced a new metacognitive strategy each week. It talks about the reasons why competence is important and motivation, and in the end, the students really did enjoy learning their new strategies, and it greatly improved their performance. The next article I found is called Metacognition in School Mathematics. This article defines metacognition, and it talks about why it's so important to be able to think like a mathematician and self-regulate while working through math tasks to make sure your choices are working for you or against you. And that's really important in all content areas to understand if you get it or not. The third article I found is called Enhancing Instructional Time Through Attention to Metacognition. It talks about metacognition in all aspects of learning, specifically on students with learning disabilities. Those students tend to really struggle coming up with strategies and thinking metacognitively, so teaching these strategies are very important to not only those students, but really everybody in the classroom. And my reflection, how will I apply these strategies to support content area in my math classroom? I will ask a lot of questions to get students to start thinking metacognitively, such as the ones listed. I will model my own strategies to show that I can think metacognitively, and that helps me solve my problems. And I will also teach strategies in different lessons and explain that they can use these strategies in all kinds of math problems and other classes as well. So why teach metacognition? It's good for everything. It promotes the understanding of vocabulary. It helps students recognize when they understand a word, when they don't understand a word, which is key to understanding the content. It helps students recognize their strengths and weaknesses, and that can also help them learn when to ask for help and when to know that they need to look into something a little bit more. It builds their confidence, which urges them to continue learning new concepts. And students, again, with learning disabilities will have an easier time being taught these strategies.